But it's a Rover. Yeah, but it's a GTI. Haha! That was a weird way to enter this. Right. Time for some not amazingly exciting, but exciting stuff to be done all at the same time. I don't know whether I've told you lies or not. Anyway, welcome back. So, a couple jobs that I need to get done today. One of which is I need to take the speaker, which I don't know if you can see, which is on the driver's side. I need to take it off. Reason being is it cuts out every now and again, so there's going to be a loose connection somewhere. Job number 2, which is also not particularly exciting, but the rear window washer, which I'm sure you've seen in previous ones, it don't work, but we diagnosed it as it's not a leaking pipe. It is the actual piss squirter thing, the wiper bit that's not working. So I've got some sort of, I'm going to see if I can try and find a paper clip and cram something down there, see if it works. Remember, don't shove stuff down holes. The other thing as well is I've got some compressed air, you know, like the sort of stuff that you'd use to spray over keyboards. I'm going to give that a blast down there once again. Don't use it on anything else. Hopefully that clears whatever blockage is there, and then the rear window wiper will work because that window is dirty. Christina Aguilera would be proud. Or is it Redman? It was Redman and Christina Aguilera, wasn't it? Dirty. Anyway, the washer jets, anybody that's got 25 will know that they squirt out like really, just a stream of water, hit the windscreen. Not exactly the most fantastic way to distribute said water onto your windscreen. So reading the forums, you can buy some of these ones, which are from Citroen Peugeot PSA group. From the PSA group, which is not called that anymore, it's called Stellantis, but that's a weird name. You can buy some of these and then they spray out like a sort of like a fanned out jet. I think they actually just call them jets. They're all called jets. A gusher. It's going to be a gusher. Anyway, I've got to put these in, which will be another good one. So that should hopefully mean that we should be able to keep the windscreen clean. So yeah, not the most exciting jobs in the world, but jobs that need to be done nonetheless. So I don't know which one I'm going to do first. We'll see how I feel. I feel like the easiest one would be unscrewing the speaker and fixing that. So I think I'm going to go do that. And then that way I don't have to listen to the radio on its maximum sound and then every now and again get absolutely blasted from the side with some stereo tunes. So yeah, let's get this other collection of bits and shits sorted. Right, you join me staring at this speaker. In fact, you can't see me staring at it. Hello, you can see me staring at the speaker now. Right, so I've got to take it off. So basically the way it comes off is the same way that it came back on. FYI, if you want to watch when I added these in here, then please do so. I'm sure I'll put a link to the previous video in the description, or if I figure out how YouTube works, people put stuff up in this corner, so maybe there'll be a link there. I don't know. There might not be. But anyway, what we got to do, 4 bolts, not even bolts, they're screws, 4 screws, undo the 4 screws, and then this beautiful little faceplate comes off, and then this bit will come out. And then I'm going to have a little look behind it, and hopefully we'll be able to sort it. I don't know what I need to do to fix it. Hopefully it's just a loose connection, and I can get away by just pinching something together. Or maybe I'll do it 1980 style and just cram a little bit of tinfoil in there. I wouldn't do that. I'd do it properly. Or would I? Right. Let me get this off, which is feels like a rude thing to say. Cool. Right, as you can see, a beautiful hole. Look at that amazing drilling technique. It's zoomed in on my mouth. I want you to look at this bit. I'm going to move my head out of the way. Right, as you can see, beautiful hole. So this is the rubbishy wired connection system that I'd used previously before. We've got some spade connectors, which I've just clipped into the existing connector that was there. Now this one, which my hands are in the way, so this is some fantastic viewing for everybody. So this red one is loose as anything. So like resistance wise, I don't know if you can catch that. It's like that. So what I did is, at the moment, nothing. I've just been put it on there just to make sure there actually was a loose connection in this. And yeah, it does wobble around. And do you know what I also found out? So I've actually got tweeters just up here. Let me just tip this. You see, tweeter, you. I didn't think these worked. These do actually work, so cool. So yeah, I need to just get it so that this spade connector doesn't move around, which I think is just going to be a simple case of wedging something in there, which is not particularly technical, but then again, British engineering, just bodge it, professionally bodge it. So I'm probably just going to use a bit of foil, which I shouldn't do, but I'm going to, because professionally bodge it. Right, let me get that added in there, and then I'm going to put this back on, and that's it, nice and easy. It's also started to rain, which is the best time to try and do anything outside. So let's do it. And there we have it, back on, screwed in, and it works. So yeah, exciting. Right, next job that's probably a bit more exciting and there's more to look at. All right, ignore this giant bag on the patio because man of many talents. Anyway, on the back of the car, I'm sure as you'd seen before in a previous video, we had, let's open this up a minute. We found that the rear wiper washer jet didn't work. So, took this apart, had a look, water still squirted through, took the back apart, that still worked. So, and water still squirted out of it. Went to this bit, let's lift that up. Water doesn't come out of this bit. It's rusted as anything. And the two options are, I either go out and buy an entirely new wiper mechanism, which I'm hoping I don't have to do at the moment, or number two, which is take off that black plastic bit again and then cram something down there. I've also got some compressed air in the form of the cans that you can use at school or when you're at work or whatever it was to blow the crap out your keyboard. So I'm going to give that a go, see if I can get some air going through it, see if I can get some fluid, and if I can, then that means I haven't got to buy the bit on the back. Let's get to it. Right, I didn't fancy taking you along for the live view of me taking this off. There was one screw to remove, and this is the bad boy that's come off, which, not going to lie, scared the crap out of me as you're pulling it out, and it goes boom, boom, boom. But let's go have a look underneath, and I'll show you what the pipework looks like. Do you know what? I'll just do it live, shall we? So if I take my phone out of here, right, this little pipe here, so this is where the fluid comes from. As you can see that it's already been replaced before and that somebody's used like this little adapter bit. But just here, so if I take this off and I squirt the water, you'll see some water squirt out of it, which, to be fair, let's go and do that. Right, I've manoeuvred the camera around. Gonna have to turn the old engine on, which involves me finding the keys. I found the keys to turn you on. Don't actually need to turn the engine on, just about that. And then if I squeeze this, and that's it. I've just spritzed a load of water all over the parcel shelf because I'm stupid. I am not the smartest man. And then you can hear a load of air getting into it as well now. So good job, Alex. Good job. But at least you can see it works. Right, manoeuvred the camera around. Sorry about it wibbly wobbling. It's a windy day today. So you can still hear it going. I'm going to have to get the air taken out of this. But what I want to do is, I don't know if you can see this particular part, but that pipe is literally all it does is go through there and then go straight through to that rusty old looking metal one. So I've got, did he prepare? Essential Electric air duster spray stuff, which I'm gonna just put that in there. I don't know if this is a smart idea or a dumb idea. Let's hope it's a smart idea. Pop it in there, see what happens. I'll tell you what I will do. I'm gonna lift that bit up. Give it a spray. A load of black old craps come out of that. Let me do it from this side. Jesus. Other religious figures are available for blasphemy. Has that squared any crap out? I don't know. I don't know. Let's try it again. you have to shake it? It's air. You can hear it sounds like crap, can't you? If I do it from the top. I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's made too much of a difference. I'm going to attach it back up, turn it on, see if any water squirts out. If it does, happy days. If not, then and try and cram something in there or attempt to clean it. I need like a needle or something or other. In fact, I tell you what, I'm just going to do it right now. It's going to take me a few extra seconds because I've obviously let it run down. Let's turn you on. No water's coming out whatsoever. My radio turning on. Right. Let me take this apart. Any water going to come out of that now? Come on, off you get. Will water come out of this now? Have I balls this up? No. Right, yeah. Cool. Let me go do something about this. I'll be back in a second. Right, this is another day of me attempting to fix the rear window wiper. So I've not got my microphone on and it's windy out, so happy days. This is where I'm at. This is a piece of 2mm wire, which turns out does fit down that little hole, and I'm gonna hopefully dislodge whatever it is that's lodged in there and then go from the other side as well. Just remember, don't be putting things like this metal wire anywhere else other than where it needs to go, you dirty buggers. Right, you return to me victorious. So as you may be able to see from me pointing like this here, this bad boy. So basically what I did was got this bit of wire. Let me take what I'm actually pointing out. I got this bit of wire which is from dinner. That's my daughter just telling me that she's having a dinner. Or that she's just had a dinner. That's the youngest one. Soon to be the middle one. Anyway, this particular bit of wire from some electrical cable. Took that bad boy off, crammed this down there and crammed it down from the top. I think at some point somebody may have, let's push that back in. Somebody may have taken that bit off and drilled through it, it looks like. And then once I'd done that, I sprayed the air dust stuff through the top of this, which, hang on, tell you what, let me close that. You can see that I've paused it with that in the way. Which, if I turn the car on, and then, oh, can you see from here, from behind here? See if you'll see the water squirt. Yay, let's see. There's the water squirting out the back of it, which turn that engine off. Means that I've actually fucking fixed something. Although that's although it's with this like this, I suppose I should probably check to make sure that it actually works with it like that. So how about we hop into the car and give me 2 seconds while I because you can see it just here, give me 2 seconds while I turn the engine on. Right, I've successfully managed to attach the camera to the holder that I've got in here. Turned it on. Let's turn that vent off for a second so that you can probably hear me. And I'm hoping, really hoping, that if I click on here, it should focus in specifically on that bit. And yeah, you can see it spraying around. That beautiful sound that it is making is solely because I haven't got the plastic bit on the back. But yeah, I'm hoping you're able to see that. Just about. I'll tell you what. Let's get a closer look of it going off. For the closer look, all I've done is, well, I suppose, balance my phone on here. You're not going to be able to hear me talk, but I'll let you watch it. And you may have seen me almost trip over this giant ass bag of sand. So I am rather quite pleased with the fact that I've successfully managed to actually sort something. So happy fucking days. Doesn't really like overly benefit me in any particular way, but happy days. So let's see if there's something else I can actually attempt to fix. Right, as you can see, the boot is down, and that is because I can't fix it. I don't have like a metal rod to cram down there, see if I can clear it out. So I will return to this one. I've got like, it needs to be longer than a paper clip, just some sort of like, I don't know, metal coat hanger, but thinner wire. I tried using a little bit of speaker wire, but that didn't work. So maybe a bit of wire from some stripped out electrical cable, like 2mm core. I'll see if I can get that, cram that down this hole, although then again, that's probably only about a mil size, so maybe I need to find a millimeter wire because that'll be a bit firmer. See if that'll work. If not, then bin that right off. I'm going to have to get a replacement, which is annoying, but it's what I'll have to do. But what I'm going to do now, might as well look at my beautiful face. There's no point in looking at me. I need to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to, do you know what? I'm going to move this toolbox out of the way. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the screwdriver out of the way. I'm going to get in the car, and then I am going to pause this for a second. Right, now I've unpaused it. The only reason why I did that is I had to turn the radio down to 0. Absolute radio. Other radio stations are available. Now the reason for this is I'm going to show you what it looks like when you turn on the washers for the front. That's the rear. What am I doing? There you go. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. But do you see how it comes out like that? Let's see if we can do it on that one as well. It's not so much of a fined jet, rather a, I don't know, like somebody's having a wee. There's a little white dude that I've got on here. Yeah, so let's replace them with these bad boys. Let's turn those off. Let's replace them with these bad boys, and then what it should do is do a fine spray. I'll tell you what I'll do. If I replace just one of them, and then we can compare the two of them together. So let's get on it. So I'll show you underneath the bonnet now that it's open. Let me just get in here. Can we change viewing angles, put the torch on? So this is the pipe that's connected to it. And as you can see, it's sort of like wedged in a little bit. You're going to focus, please focus. Thank you very much. So that's focused in on that one. What I'm going to do is take this one out. Hopefully not break it, because if I break it and then this don't work, then I'm balsed. So let's take this one out and then swap it out. I'm assuming I should be able to just push it out from this side. If not, I might have to grab the old pliers, but I'll probably put like a bit of a tissue around it, a bit of a towel around it, and then hopefully that should stop it from messing up. Genuinely, I wish I'd have shown you me doing that, because that was super easy. So this here is the one I removed. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've already removed one and I've swapped that one in just there. I'll live show you what it was to do it, but before I do that, just to let you know, that one's connected in on the passenger side. I'm going to put the bonnet down and give it a blast, and then see what the spray pattern looks like on the two of them, just to compare the two. Okay, I'm hoping this viewing angle look right to catch the spray pattern for both of them. So I've got the, what's supposed to be some sort of mist jet is the right term for it, and then I've got my my wee jet is what I've decided to call that on this one. So this is traditional Rover. This is Peugeot Citroen Alliance, PSA, yeah, Peugeot Citroen Alliance, Stellantis style one. So gonna hop in the car now, and then we'll test them both out, see what they look like. I haven't even seen this go off myself, so let's check it out. I didn't need to close the door, but you know, why not? Right, engine on, give it a second, and spray. Probably need to aim that a little higher. Let me try this again once I have aimed the spray jet, not at the bonnet. Probably should have, maybe that's the reason why you should test these things before you start recording them. So to move this around, I think you've just got to push this little bit in the middle. Is that how you do it? See how this goes. I don't think that's done anything. We'll try it again. It's spraying it, but it's spraying it towards the bottom. I'm going to have to investigate this. All right. Right, so it's a couple days later again, because it seems to take me absolutely forever to link multiple videos together. You can tell because now not only is my hair cut, but I have a different coloured t-shirt on, because sometimes I do wear something else other than white. Anyway, not the point of what I'm making here. Reasonably successful, kind of successful. Managed to get the speaker sorted, which is great, because now I can drown out the sound of tyre roar and wind whipping past with the radio on stereo as opposed to just mono. Yeah, so that was a nice bit of success. Took me over those 2 days in order to sort the rear wiper out, which I'm also incredibly happy about, despite the fact that I didn't think that it would be too beneficial to me. It's been really beneficial, because they've been doing some like digging up the road, and there's a load of dust everywhere, so instead of me having to go out there and generally wipe down the rear window so I can actually see where the fuck I'm going, now I can do it with the power of electricity, a water pump, and water. Which actually brings me on to a slightly other element that I need to fix with respects to those washer jets, both front and rear, is the washer bowl's broken, so if you pour too much water in it, it just pisses out everywhere. But that's a different fix, which will involve me taking off a wheel and an arch liner. Not what I'm talking about today. The front ones, yep, that didn't work at all. People on the forums still say that there is some sort of Peugeot, Renault, Stellantis blooming spray nozzle that you can use. Which one it is, I don't know. They kept saying it was from the C1. Those ones I got were from a C1, but they can't be adjusted. Were they from a C3? I think I just ordered the wrong ones. But it is what it is. It took me a few minutes and it didn't work. But if I can find the right ones, then happy days. However, on the flip side of things, I've also read on the Rover forums that apparently the heated washer jet, like cables, are in and amongst already in the cars themselves. They basically tucked them up and out of the way, and then you just need to get the right like elements that attach into them. So I'll do a little bit of research into that, because I think I'd probably prefer the heated washer jets, which essentially all they do is stop them from freezing over. But then again, if you've got the fluid in there that is okay to work up into minus 15 degrees, then it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's just fun to add them in there and to say that I've got them. Still, I appreciate the fact that you guys took time to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please throw us a like. If you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. Put some comments down. Tell me about things that you've done on your vehicle. That would be great. As for some of the sound quality, it's a bit here and there again, because sometimes I have my mic, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I sound like that weird robot from the 1980s, which I'm pretty sure Eminem did a copy of when he was doing that Rap God video. I can't remember the name of the guy, but it was like a glitchy man. He was in Back to the Future Part 2. You know, when he goes into the restaurant and he asks for a Pepsi. Yeah, this has got nothing to do with what we've been discussing today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. Please like, subscribe, give us some comments. You got any suggestions? That'll be absolutely awesome. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.